Have you ever felt a chill or a strong emotion and noticed tiny bumps appearing on your skin? These are called goosebumps, and they're a strange and fascinating part of our body's natural responses. But why do we get goosebumps, and do they serve any purpose? Today, let's explore the science behind goosebumps and find out why our bodies react this way. To understand why we get goosebumps, we need to look back to our ancient ancestors. Goosebumps are an automatic response controlled by our sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for our body's fight or flight response. This system kicks in when we feel cold, afraid, or experience a strong emotional reaction, like excitement or nostalgia. Goosebumps happen because of tiny muscles called arrector pili attached to each hair follicle. When these muscles contract, they pull the hair follicles upright, causing the hair to stand up and creating those little bumps on the skin. This reaction is a leftover from our evolutionary past, when our ancestors had much more body hair. So, why would our bodies want to make hair stand up? In animals with thick fur, this reaction actually serves an important purpose. When an animal's fur stands on end, it creates a layer of air between the fur and skin, which acts as insulation. This helps the animal stay warmer by trapping heat close to the body. When humans feel cold, our bodies still respond in the same way, even though we don't have enough body hair for this to be effective. It's a biological leftover, something we no longer need but still experience. Goosebumps can also be triggered by emotions, and this is where it gets really interesting. When we feel scared or threatened, the fight or flight response kicks in, preparing us to either defend ourselves or run away. For our ancestors, making the hair stand up would make them appear larger and more intimidating to predators or rivals, almost like a cat puffing up its fur when it feels threatened. Although we don't rely on this defense mechanism anymore, the reaction still happens when we feel fear. But goosebumps aren't just for fear or cold, they can also be caused by strong emotional experiences, like listening to a powerful piece of music, watching an intense movie scene, or remembering a meaningful moment. Researchers believe this might be linked to how we process emotions and form deep connections to experiences. When something moves us, it can trigger a physical reaction in our bodies, including goosebumps. It's almost as if our bodies are amplifying the feeling, making the experience even more intense. Interestingly, not everyone experiences goosebumps in response to emotions, and some people are more prone to this reaction than others. This response may be linked to personality traits or how we process sensory experiences. People who are more empathetic or sensitive to music, for example, may be more likely to get goosebumps when they feel deeply moved. Here's a fun fact: goosebumps don't just happen to humans. Many animals experience a similar reaction. For example, cats and dogs get hackles along their back and neck when they're scared or feeling defensive. Birds can also fluff up their feathers to keep warm or show aggression, and porcupines raise their quills to look larger and intimidate predators. To sum it up, goosebumps are an ancient, automatic response to cold, fear, or strong emotions. They happen when tiny muscles in our skin contract, making our hair stand up. This reaction was once useful for keeping us warm and protecting us from threats, but today, it's mostly a leftover from our evolutionary past. However, it still adds a unique layer to how we experience intense moments and emotions. So, the next time you feel a chill or get goosebumps from a beautiful song, you'll know there's a fascinating story behind those little bumps on your skin. If you enjoyed learning about why we get goosebumps, hit that subscribe button for more science explainers. And tell us in the comments, when's the last time you got goosebumps, and what caused them?